हाँ वो तो चाहिए तो ये इश्यू उसका
बहुत ही बोला है।
जो रिमोट से कर लेंगे
एसी को
नहीं नहीं इसको करने के लिए आप लेके आए थे। अरे वाह आप बहुत मेहनत बहुत दूर की सोच रहे हो आप। कुछ आप हैं टाइमर कार्ड्स ये सब चीजें मैं कॉन्टेस्ट के टाइम में सोचता था कि चाहिए क्या तो आप हर मीटिंग में सोच रहे हो।
इसका वो माइक डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया है क्या?
हो रहा है एक्चुअली आप डाउनलोड कर दो तो इससे आपको माइक चाहिए।
नहीं नहीं, इससे माइक नहीं चाहिए, वो डिस्कनेक्ट करना।
हाँ सब कुछ
नहीं
बंद
तो
रखना
इको
है।
होगा ना।
हाँ इसका सब कुछ बंद रखेंगे ग्राउंड पे रखेंगे स्पीकर जिसका बंद कर देंगे।
ये नहीं हो रहा है तो फिर मैं अपना लगा देता
नहीं हो जाएगा आपका अगर रेडी है तो आप लगा दो मेरे को 2
हाँ रिकॉर्ड ये पूरी मीटिंग कर रहा है।
हूँ। हाँ पूरी अभी से रिकॉर्डिंग चालू होगी।
इंडिविजुअल होगी तो
इंडिविजुअल चाहिए होगी तो इसको हम रिकॉर्ड कर लेते हैं। रिकॉर्ड ऑन द क्लाउड ऑन द कंप्यूटर।
आप कंप्यूटर पर करो फिर अपलोड करोगे आप।
कितना छोटी फाइल बनती है, आपको दे देंगे। आपको उस पर क्लाउड पे कर दो।
नहीं नहीं यहीं पे कर देना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, दे देना मुझे। चलो मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ेगी ना एक और वीडियो बनाने की।
हाँ हाँ चाहिए तो मैं क्लाउड पे कर लेता हूँ।
कीमोड है सुरेश जी।
इसको मैं वाईफाई एरोप्लेन मोड पे कर देता हूँ इसको।
स्टार्ट करते हैं।
हाँ बस कर रहे हैं। एरोप्लेन मोड कहाँ है, इसका दिखना ही बंद हो।
हमने रजिस्टर कर रखा है मेरा रजिस्टर नहीं होता।
हाँ मैं
नहीं नहीं
मिल रहा है? लाओ तो फिर मैं बोल देखा ये लगा के कर वाईफाई दुनिया को आप एडमिट कर लीजिए। मैं उसको वो हो सकेगा।
Hi, good evening, everyone.
गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग।
Hi Divya, how are you?
I'm okay.
Recording in progress.
हाँ
So, has the meeting started?
नॉट येट।
Okay.
इसका स्पीकर बंद, कैमरा ऑन है क्या इसका? कैमरा भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा। फ्लिप कैमरा चलो पंकज, let's start. She's here. Okay. Yes. ये ले लो आप. Hi Shreya.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello. Should we start? Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to 41st meeting of Dronacharya, Gurugram Dronacharya Toastmasters Club. To succeed in life, everyone has a mission. Like our, like our individual mission, our club also has a collective mission. That is to provide a positive and a supportive learning environment where members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Toastmasters International has 4 core values: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We in our Toastmasters meeting follow few ground rules. First, we do not talk about topics like sex, politics, and religion, especially in a derogatory manner. Second, do not leave or enter the meeting when a speaker is speaking. Only do so during an applause. Third, please put your mobile phones on silent mode or you may shut it down. And at last, I would like to say, be an audience that you want your audience to be. With this, I start today's meeting. Now, I would like to invite our presiding officer, Toastmaster Suresh Sani. Thank you so much. I'm having this, so you can pass on this to audience. Maybe they will come and on the stage, they can use that one, right? So it will save time. You can give it to Toastmaster Rahul. So once again, very good evening, everyone. I feel immense pleasure standing in front of you as president of this club, and kind of privileged opportunity for me as a president of this club. I welcome you all. And for benefit of our guest, I would love to introduce what Toastmaster is and what is the structure of Toastmasters meeting. So Toastmaster International started as a small group of people where Dr. Ralph C. Simetley in 1924 started this organization with whole intent of making people better speakers and leaders. He always thought that people can become better speakers and leaders with regular practice and the constructive feedbacks. That's how this organization started. The organization which started with a small room has now become a huge one, almost 14,000 plus club in 144 countries. Their presence is there of Toastmaster International, and 283,000 plus members of Toastmasters International. So that huge is this organization. The meeting of Toastmaster International happens usually in 3 parts. Number 1 is prepared speeches. Number 2 is the evaluation section. And last but not least is the table topic section. That's the one of the exciting part of this program, wherein every guest as well as member can take part in that particular group. As we move forward, you will come to know about the structure, that how it really happens in a practical way to kind of hands-on experience kind of thing. So with this, I open this meeting, and without further, okay. So we have two guests here, in fact three. So we'll start with you, sir. Would love to know about you, your name, how you come to know about this club, and what brought you here.
Sure. Hi, hello everyone. It's my pleasure to be here. So basically, it's my name is
Sorry, I forgot.
Should I come in?
Because if you want to come here, that will be great.
Okay.
And if you want to speak to me.
Uh, Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi. A very good evening to all. And my name is Jyotish Raman. And I, as a working professional, I work for WPP, Cyber Park. I had a couple of here and there, and I'm not going to my past. But yeah, coming to the Toastmaster, why I came here and how I came here. Why actually I want to improve my spoken skills and communication skill. The core objective of this why answer, I think it's aligned with us. We are on the same page. How it come? Yeah, so all credit goes to my wife. See, actually, I was aware of Toastmaster from my college days, but never had that gut to come and enroll that. From last, let's say, couple of months, he was exploring, and we were eager to join a good club where we can explore. So that's how we came here, and that's all for us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome on the stage. Your introduction, please. You can keep this in your hand also, because people at online would not be able to hear anything about this.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So my name is Minakshi. I'm working as in Airtel as a human resource professional. The intent behind finding a Toastmaster was, strengthening my husband's skills. But when I, when I explored it, I thought, I think this fear of, coming to in front of public speaking is also with me. So I should also join. And then ended up we both finding a good club to join. And this is the first day we exploring, which is little available, and we'll be just thinking to join maybe this club. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bhavani, let's give him a huge round of applause to us. Yes, ma'am.
So, hi, very good afternoon to everyone. So, I tell you, with a few of them I already know because I have met so many times in the different group. So, first of all, I would say it's a very pleasure for me to be a part of this community or group, I can say. And as you know, my name is Bhavani. Basically, I'm from Hoshangabad, which is in MP. And it's been 2 years since I have been in Gurugram. But the one thing, it always clicks in my mind, like whenever I go out and see people, how they are fluent in communication skills, they have a good body language, how they speak in front of. So that kind of quality is just I wanted to develop. So I had a word with a lot of people to discuss on this. Everybody shared with me a lot of ideas of how you can improve this. You can writing, listening more, writing, and speaking as much as possible. But at the end of what we wanted someone who can guide us to improve such kind of skills. So one of my friends, he attended one Toastmaster group. He gave me idea, Bhavani, what you can do. There is a lot of communities are here, but the one community I had found so far that was fantastic. That is Toastmaster. So I got to know, and I have attended 4 to 5 meetings so far, and I'm still exploring my options so that I can join a good group where I can improve myself as well. I can lift others. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavan. And we are happy to have you all. And we would love you to join our club. That's the best club available. And the reason is many. just to share one, that we will ensure you don't miss any of the meeting because we are present both physical as well as hybrid. Yeah. And in fact, still you miss, our session get recorded. You can go online on YouTube or you can ask for recording. So that's one of the other benefit. And this is a small club. We are currently 12 to 13 members as of now. So you get ample opportunity to speak. So that's one of the biggest advantage of this club. And fourth, not to mention Toastmaster Rahul, Toastmaster Mohit, and Toastmaster Divya. They are exceptional kind of Toastmaster who can mentor you all, guide you all, and you can see all of them here and learn from them. And fast, fifth, no last but yes least, our keynote speakers. Like today we have Toastmaster Shreya Jain, who will enlighten all of us that how to become better speaker, or you get to listen to her during her keynote speech. So those all are few of the reasons I gave you why you should be part of this club. With that, I invite Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting to take this meeting forward. So let's welcome Toastmaster Rahul, who will be taking us forward from here. So let's give him a huge round of applause, everyone.
To the online audience, am I audible?
Yes, Rahul, very well.
Perfect. All right, folks, let's just check our watches. It is 5:38. And I hope you are all very excited to be on stage and speak. But I am not. So I'll not take much of your time. I'll not bore you with a lot of jargons. I'll get straight to the point. So today's theme is 2 question marks. They say never let your enemies know your next move. I think I didn't let you guys know that I was a team out for today, or what would be the theme for today. And I'll keep it as a secret for later when we have some time to discuss why I have kept this meeting theme a secret. But for now, let's not keep any secrets and discuss what this meeting is all about. So let me first introduce the agenda of the meeting to you guys so that everybody is aware of what to expect from this meeting. As you can see, I have noted down all of the agenda here. So I am the team mod. I'll be taking this meeting throughout. You can consider me as the captain of the ship. I'll steering this meeting. I'll try to be on time. And whenever required, I'll interject and say, please guys, please be on time. Let's cut it short. Then we have table topics master, who would be Toastmaster Divya. That basically means that each one of us in this room will get an opportunity to be on stage for at least 2 minutes. They can speak on some random topic Toastmaster Divya would be providing us to. This will give you the hands-on experience on how to speak on stage. Also, it is something like a sweet that you carry back home and remember, oh, I was like this and I spoke on something. Then we have general evaluator, again, question mark, but let's fill this question mark really quick. So we have Toastmaster Suresh, who would be our general evaluator. So I'll not waste your time talking about what general evaluation is. Let's call upon stage our general evaluator and let's hear from him what general evaluation is all about. Let's welcome Toastmaster Suresh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. As a journal evaluator, my role is to provide you some feedback about each and everything from the start of this meeting till the end of this meeting. And feedback is not an easy task, both giving as well as taking. So I'll take help of people available here. There is my tag team called as timer, grammarian, and counter. So I'll take their help and invite them to explain their role. And starting with our timer, Toastmaster Mohit, let's welcome him to explain his role. I will hold it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh, the general evaluator of the day. So I'll be playing the role of the timer today. And as a timer, my whole responsibility is to keep the meeting on time. If not the meeting, at least the speaker who is up on stage on time. So as you already know, the meeting is divided into three parts: prepared speeches, table topics, and general evaluation section. So for prepared speeches, we have one speaker today. Time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5th minute, you will see this green card. At 6th minute, you'll see the yellow card. And at 7th minute, the red card. Similarly, for the table topic speakers, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, green card, 1.5 minutes, yellow card, and 2 minutes at red card. For the evaluations, the speech time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. Again, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes at red card. With this, all the speakers who will be coming up on stage will have 30 seconds extra as grace period, which they can utilize to wrap up their speech. It's not that you see red card and you are going to stop there only. You have 30 seconds extra to wrap up your speech. And yes, that's it. I'll come up with my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general welcome once again.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for explaining your role in detail. Now let me call upon our next role player, our counter, Gas Bhavani. Let's welcome him with a few rounds of applause.
Yes, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. So today I will be playing here a role of counter. So when we are running out of words, so we do not have enough words to use. We usually use words like such as, like. So that kind of a word I will be counting. After that, I will let you know so that next time you refrain to use it less.
Perfect.
Thank you, Gas Bhavani, for sharing your role. And we look forward for your report so that you can catch us and let us know that we are using certain types of filler words so that we are better careful in future and avoid those words to use. Now let's call upon our next role player, the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Pankaj. Let's give him a huge round of applause.
Good evening again. I'm playing the role of grammarian. Role of grammarian has two parts. First is to give word of the day. Word of the day that I've chosen is beaming, which means smiling broadly. The word beaming in a sentence is, she entered the room beaming with pride after hearing about her promotion. So we will give you a thumbs up whenever you will use the word of the day, that is beaming. Also, you can say it as a punishment. If you don't use word of the day, then I will have a surprise for you. I will make you use word of the day at the end of the meeting. So you better use beaming. Also, the second part of the role of grammarian is to note down the good and the bad usage of English grammar. I will note down the bad usage and good usage of English language that you use. And if you don't use the English correctly, I will also provide its correction. Thank you. Over to our Timur.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pankaj, for explaining your role. And it was kind of a beaming moment for me seeing Toastmaster Hitesh, right? Hitesh at the venue. He was supposed to come online in last meeting, but I am really beamed to see him today. So very welcome, Toastmaster Hitesh. We are really happy to have you. Now, so we will move to our next section. And Toastmaster Divya, would you love to share? Yeah, I'll call you up. I'm just confirming. Will she love to share the introduction of our guest speaker today? Will that be okay for you?
Yes, I can do that.
I'll.
So thank you so much for accepting that, Toastmaster Divya. Our Timur has prepared that. So thank you so much. We'll ask your help whenever we need. So this time, Toastmaster Rahul will do. So we will ask your support in PTM section. Will that be okay?
Perfectly all right.
Thank you. So now it's time to take this meeting further and let's call our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mohit, with huge round of applause. Rahul. I said something else?
No, that's fine. Well, Toastmasters, this is the first time I've been called Toastmaster Mohit, and I'm beaming with pride right now. Thanks a lot, folks, for explaining your role. And before we move on, I just mentioned that I am the captain of the ship, but I would like to know my fellow passengers, how are you guys doing? So, have any one of you been in a ship, cruise, or even a small boat? Okay, few of us. Well, Toastmasters, I assure you, this is not a Titanic and this ship will not be sinking. With this, I would like to move on to our keynote speaker. And the keynote speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Shreya. And she will be speaking about something related to speech development. And I'm personally really excited to hear from her because from my own experience, I think she is one of the best, if not the best, speaker in our district currently. And I'll not steal her content, by the way. So let me just read out her introduction. But I'm not reading this. This sounds like a tall tale. So let's do what we do best. That is impromptu. So Toastmaster Shreya, I think some of us present in the room might know her from her journey in the contest, international speech contest. And this is how I personally got to know Toastmaster Shreya. So she has a long list of, she's a corporate trainer. She explains everything so well, this and that. But the one thing that you should know about her, this is something that my observation says, is that she is a master of the craft called speech writing. And the reason I'm telling you this is very simple. I've been to many contests. I've seen many contestants doing their business by being on stage and giving presentation and whatnot. But believe me, guys, for whatever speech you are giving, it is very unlikely that you win the contest multiple times with the same speech. But this is something that she has cracked the code. Not only she won the contest in one area, one club, but multiple areas and multiple clubs. And this explains not just the consistency, the determination, and the passion for public speaking, but also the mastery of the skill that she can impress a lot of different variety of audience as well as the judges. And as a fellow judge, I would say that I'm not really easily impressed by anybody. With this, I would not take much time and directly call upon stage or virtual stage our keynote speaker for today, Toastmaster Shreya. Please give her a round.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so glad to be here, and thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for that very, very kind introduction. So before we start, can I know if everyone can hear me? Is the audio clear? I can see all of you, but is my audio clear? Okay, great. And another question that I'd like to ask you is that are all of us aware about the international speech contest, like what it is, what it entails?
Yes,
Okay, I'll give you a
Samira.
brief overview. Okay, for the benefit of the guests, I'll give you a brief overview. So the international speech contest happens once every year. So it happens first on the club level, then you advance to the area level, division, and then district. And if you do clear the district round, then you go to the semifinals and then the World Championship, which happens in California. And so this is a very prestigious contest. It's because there are Toastmasters from all across the world literally participating. And so there are some nitty-gritties in the contest. Like any contest, like any exam, there's a way, there's a set of rules, there's a set of things that work, things that are appreciated for the contest. So today, the concept or our agenda is to understand this contest a little better, how to frame our speeches better, and maybe even use that information for our club level speeches, our icebreakers, because I can see a lot of new faces here, and also our everyday communication, in fact. So are we ready for that? Okay, great.
Yes.
Let's get started. So before we start, I would also like to tell you a little about my journey at Toastmasters. So I had been in the Toastmasters ecosystem for only about a year when I got into the contest, which meant that I did have to do a lot of things by trial and error. In the sense that I wasn't sure about a lot of things. I wasn't sure what works, what doesn't work. It was in a trial and error, which worked for me. But our concept for today is that we know the mistakes I made, so that we can better. Okay.
Continue.
Okay, so our concept for today is that I tell you about my journey and my mistakes, so that maybe you can have it gives you something to take away with you, or maybe even if you do participate in the contest, and I highly encourage you to, so it might just help you may not make the mistake I made, right? And on this note, but yeah, again, before we get started, what I would like to ask you is, what are you looking for today in today's session? What is something you struggle with? What is something you are not comfortable with? You want to take one today.
So I think when it's come to any speeches, first thing is selecting the right topic, and then, influencing everyone with the way we speak. These two things are really important for me, and that where I really struggle.
Right. That's very right of you, sir. Yeah, Toastmaster Divya.
I struggle in crafting a master speech, like what I have delivered till 9 speeches, and they were all okay. But now I have realized all of my speeches have a same tone in them. They are like point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, 5. They work in that structure. So I want to break out of this structure. Like I don't want to use numbers in my speech, and have a better connection for the audience so that they remember it. So I'm looking at some techniques of how to craft a master speech.
Okay, great. Wow, that's really great, Toastmaster Divya. Do we have anyone else from the physical audience?
Just a moment.
Thanks for choosing the topic for IST. In fact, which topic to speak upon in IST? That's the main challenge for me. I mean, I have multiple topics to talk about, but topic to choose for ISC.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. So I'll try to touch upon all of these things, and considering it's a small group, let's not park our questions for the end. Anything that comes to mind, anything that's not clear,
Divya,
let's
one thing
just
from my side.
have. Yeah.
Divya, Hitesh here. Divya, what I observed. Can you hear me?
Yes, very
Hello.
much.
Okay. So Divya, my thing is, I have been new to Toastmasters, like joined in December, but I have been on and off in these meetings. But my worry is the anxiety before any speech, and preparing well, and overthinking. So that is what like counters down me a lot, which I need to kill it. So anything if you have on this, please deliver. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so as I said, I try to touch upon all these topics. Anything that we are not clear with, we'll take up at the end. But while I'm speaking, anything related to that you want to clarify, or some subpart of that, please feel free to mention me in the middle. Yeah. And I believe you can see my. So this is the part of me, all of you know. It looks very fancy. My screen is not moving. It is. Can you see my second slide?
And we can see the speech crafting slide only. I think that's the first slide.
No, I was sharing another one.
I think now
Never
the
mind, I'll
slide.
share.
Yeah, you need to share again, and your network seems to be little low network. Yeah, in case if you wish you can switch off your camera. That will help us listen you better, and maybe your slides will move correctly.
Okay, let's try this way. And in case it doesn't work, you can still let me know, yeah? And I'll also share my screen.
वाईफाई की वजह से ये बोल रहा है.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, as I was saying, it looks very fancy, but when you understand the journey that we have been through, it's actually full of a lot of doubts, self-doubts, and even doubts about the process, the competition, because as I told you, it was my first time participating. So there was doubts, and we already talked about why we are here. So without further ado, I'll be getting into the concept that we are talking about. So the first thing, we'll be moving ahead with this concept called a Johari window. So anybody here knows what the Johari window is? Okay, so this is basically a psychological tool that is often used for understanding a person, interpersonal relationships, or fine-tuning communication. And today we will be applying it to understand our speeches better. Please do not get overwhelmed with this framework. You'll get the drift of it as we move ahead. It is not complicated at all. It's just supposed to give a structure to our communication today. So basically, this is the Johari window. So it says that there are certain parts of us that we know and certain parts of ourselves that we don't know. And similarly, there are certain parts others can see about us and things others don't know about us. So this also gives rise to these very interesting quadrants where things that are not visible to others but we are aware of, and things that we are not aware of but others can see. So how does this relate to our speech? How can we use this? How does it come into our speech crafting? We'll just get into that. So we'll tackle one quadrant at a time. And so the first quadrant that we have is the open area, which is things we know and others also know about us. So can you tell me what is the first thing that we need to come up with about our speech when we sit down to write a speech?
Theme or idea, I mean,
Exactly.
the topic around.
Right, exactly. The story that we want to cover or what we want to talk about. Now, as we all talked, we all really want to have a great story, something that stays with people, it touches hearts, it changes the way they think. But this is also where we get stuck, because it's very difficult to come up with such an innovative story. But what if I told you that your story does not have to be extraordinary? Even a normal story can do all of that. Sometimes the most simple story can be, or something very simple that we see in our everyday life can have such a unique perspective. For example, I recently heard this speech from a Toastmaster where he talked about when he was for his first journey on an airplane. And so he really wanted the window seat. And when he got the window seat, he thought now his journey will be so comfortable and he will have so much fun looking down, seeing all the topography and the streams below him. But when he had to go to the washroom, he realized he had to cross two people. And that made his journey really uncomfortable. And then he went on to talk about how no matter what you do, you can't have it all in life. Everything will have its own pros and cons. So in the window seat, he had a good view, but it was uncomfortable getting out for water, just a stroll or the washroom. And if you sit in the aisle seat, movement is easy, but then you are uncomfortable because you are out near the aisle. So see, it's a very simple concept. It's not something that's very unique, that's out of the box, that we have never experienced. But the perspective he brought in and the way he articulated his story, the way he, took this example, which was relatable for everyone, and it's made us see it through a new lens, was very interesting. So what I'm trying to say is, how something is said is more important than what is said. Sometimes you see someone cracking a joke, which is an absolutely not funny joke, but the way they say it leaves everyone laughing. And on the counter side, sometimes you have the most amazing joke, but the person narrating it says it so bad that nobody laughs, right? So it's on us how we articulate the story, how we write the story, the perspective that we are able to bring in, and how relatable we are able to make it for people. So instead of focusing so much on what it is, what story are we bringing in, and trying to bring in a life-changing story, like Toastmaster Divya said, she can take up one of any of her past speeches, keep working on it, keep inculcating the feedback she got from her previous performances, and try to take the story forward. The best speeches are not the ones that are perfect when they are written. They are the ones that continuously evolve with every conversation, every feedback, even the smallest, shortest thing from, and it does not have to come from a master evaluator. Sometimes, even the most simple feedback incorporated over and over and over again is what takes a speech from good to great. Because when you narrate a story anywhere, like at the office or in Toastmasters or even in like your family, the people listening are not master storytellers. They are just normal people. So we are trying to capture normal people. We have to understand the pulse and the sensibilities of these normal everyday people and not the one genius sitting in the audience. So there are no ordinary stories, only ordinary storytellers. We have to tell our ordinary stories, with the stories that seem ordinary to us, in an engaging and capturing way that it becomes, the experience for the audience becomes extraordinary. So I'm sure we have all seen many, many extraordinary storytellers around us. And today is the time we become one. And I can see that you people are very excited, and I can assure you I'm even more. So let's get started into the actual nitty-gritties of how we perfect our stories. But the next step, once we know what's to, now we know that we have so many stories in our arsenal that we can use. So the next question is, how do we select which one to use between all of these? Now tell me one thing. If I ask you to record a 1-minute video talking about your mailman, and I ask you to record another video, and again 1 minute, talking about your best friend, and we mute both these videos and we play, do you think there'll be a difference in your gestures, in your expressions, in your body language in the two videos?
Absolutely,
Yes.
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 Yeah, because when we talk about something that's close to us, that's relatable to us, that's coming from a heart, it reaches people. Nobody today is honestly looking for gyan and deep something like anything that you have to preach. Everybody is looking for personal stories, and this is something that I feel, if you want to know the pulse of the audience nowadays, if you are looking at a random audience, that is one very good measure is to look at what's trending on social media. So initially, Gyan used to do very well. But nowadays, if you look at what's trending, it's mostly humor, because people are looking for a change from their stressful lives. It's any kind of personal, dramatic story. If you look at people like maybe the rebel kid who are just talking about, what happened, I went there, then this happened, that makes you imagine things. That's very vivid storytelling, dramatic in a way. So what tool you want to use is on you. But when choosing a story, what we want to do is choose a story that's really special to us, because the whole process of perfecting a speech is really long. You have to perfect the writing, you have to perfect the narrative, then you have to memorize it, then you practice the delivery. It's a long process. And if you take a story that doesn't mean much to you, anyway, it will lose emotion by the end of it. So, for any important competition, event, or maybe presentation, if you're looking to include a story, look for one that means a lot to you, that will give you a sparkle in your eye and a bounce in your step as you give the story. Yeah. So now if we know what, okay, I did not know this is timed. Suresh sir, can you please tell me how much time I have for this?
You had 20 minutes. How much left? 3 minutes left. 3 more minutes left. Can you please wrap up in next 3 to 5 minutes, please?
So I just started. I had 45 minutes planned. This was like my first 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, I'll do one thing. In that
Yeah.
case, I'll move on to like the meatier parts.
Please.
Okay, great.
20 minutes होता है इनका because मतलब काफी
Okay.
डिटेल में है content will take a lot of time.
Okay, so now we'll come to the things that we don't know about ourselves but are known to our audience. Now, this is things like what we all have, these things that we tend to do that we don't realize. Maybe you roll your eyes when you're trying to remember your next paragraph. Maybe your hand gestures are not meaningful. Can I please be highlighted for this part? Can I be pinned?
Sorry, can you please come again?
I said, can you please pin my video for this part that I'm going to say? I need to show some gestures. Okay, so this is one thing that's common in a lot of speakers, that their hand gestures are not meaningful. What does this mean? This means that while talking, if you notice, some people have the tendency to repeat the same gestures which don't mean anything. Like if I say, the only thing, the one small problem we had with this is that there are 3 parts to it. Versus if I say, there's a small part about this, and which is that, actually I'll break it down into 3 points, which is first X, and then we'll come to Y, and lastly we'll talk about Z. That's just much more meaningful, because my actions are adding to the meaning of my words and making it easier for the audience to process what I am saying, versus just doing this, which does not mean anything. So we want to try to make our gestures as meaningful as possible and reduce the mental workload of our audience to make our speech as palatable as possible. So I'll give you an example for this. So when I wrote my speech, I had this bit about, you can unpin me if you want, by the way. So I had this bit about Bumble. It's a dating app, and I assumed that everybody would know Bumble. But the first time I delivered it on stage, I realized that there was a gentleman who came up to me after my speech, and he said, I really liked your speech, but I didn't get what that Bumble part was. And that's when I realized that I assumed that he would know Bumble, that my audience would know Bumble. But it's not necessary. So, and how do we counter this? The problem with blind spots is, how do you counter something that you are not even aware about? So you do that by trying to become aware about your blind spots, which is by seeking lots and lots and lots of feedback. The first feedback is always your own, by watching and rewatching your videos. I know we feel after watching our video once that, oh my God, this much is enough. Or, our own voice sounds so cringy when we hear it. We just don't want to. But only when we look at our videos at least 5 to 6 times will we start observing patterns. That, hey, I did not need to do this way. Maybe this could have been a better way. So like Toastmaster Divya, you asked about how take our speeches to the next level, helping them evolve. That's how we do that, by seeking feedback and applying it. Like, oh, I talk too fast. Oh, I'm rolling certain words, whatever it is that it might be. Now, the thing with this is it's different for all of us, our tendencies. I might talk too fast. Toastmaster Divya might be talking too slow. Somebody else might have non-meaningful gestures. Someone else might be having too many gestures. So only when we watch our videos over and over again can we identify these patterns and then work on them. And if we have already inculcated them, the next step is to seek feedback from others. And while seeking feedback from others, we have to make sure it's a diverse control group. So for what does this mean? So if when I was narrating my speech, if I had shown it only to say young people, nobody would point out that Bumble was not understandable. Or if I started talking about the Doordarshan days when I was growing up, the Gen Z people wouldn't understand. So when you are narrating your speech, you're looking for feedback on your speech, try to make sure you have not just people like you, but also people older, people who are younger, people who are from a different maybe background, people who are from a different work environment, so that you get a mixed feedback. Because your audience will not be from exactly your industry or your age group. And we have to make sure everybody finds it relatable. And if not, we can always add some context. For example, if somebody from Nepal is narrating a speech, they would like to talk a little about, oh, in Nepal, this happens. So, and then come back to their story so that everyone gets it. As a speaker, it is our responsibility to ensure everyone understands. Is my voice cracking?
Yes, in between, but we can hear you.
Yeah,
Is
it's
my voice
fine.
cracking?
It's not that much bad. Like, it's fine. We can hear you, Shreya. Go ahead.
I'll still try to reconnect. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we were talking about, so yeah, so actually the only way, if you ask me, to take a speech from good to great is to keep on evolving the speech. So as Rahul said, he thought that, that was actually, that was a problem for me, or that was something I had to overcome, the fact that I used the same speech throughout. But actually, the truth is, I tried to change my speech, but I realized that it's not the same. Once a speech evolves, once you spend time on a speech trying to evolve it, it becomes a totally different speech, and a new speech cannot compete with that. So if you have to, if you want to take your speech to the next level, the only way to do that is to help it evolve. Is my screen visible right now?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So how do we make a speech evolve with time? Get feedback over and over from more and more people, from more and more diverse people. Okay, and before I end, I understand that I might be overshooting, so I want to respect your time. But we'll just have a little last game before we end. So when do you think a speech actually starts? Okay, no, it's okay. Yeah.
I think
So when does a speech actually start? Does it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
sir?
it starts as soon as a person moves to the stage. So that's what I feel like. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir. Anyone else?
When a person
Okay, so
introduces,
actually the answer is a speech actually starts. Okay, sir. So actually the speech actually starts right from the moment the speaker gets audience attention. Because even if the speaker's name is just announced and they are walking to stage, or they're having the audio check, video check, even at that time, the audience is making an impression about them. And that initial, whatever, 10, 12, 15 seconds are enough for them to have an impression about you. That influences the way they feel about you through the speech and even at the end of it. So we can't, and the same thing goes for the after the end of the speech as well. You know, like imagine a speaker ending strong, like, and that is why we need world peace, and then going, okay, thank you. That doesn't work. So you have to, because that makes them question everything the speaker said, because it comes across like they were acting when they were on stage. That it was something that wasn't true, something that was fake. On, no, not just during the speech, but before the speech as well as after. Right till the time somebody else comes on stage and the audience attention shifts to them. Because all the time that the audience is looking at us, they are forming an impression about us. So next time you are on stage, make sure that you have your game face on, not just during the speech, but also before and after. And with this, I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster for the day, Toastmaster Rahul.
Can I ask
Thank you,
a question, please?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Do we have time for question answers? Or,
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Please go.
I am not aware about it. Toastmaster Divya can tell us if
Yeah, Divya, can you
that's
please
okay
go
with
ahead? Yeah.
our
Yeah.
agenda
So,
for the day.
Shreya, like you mentioned about beginning, like before even you are beginning your speech, you have to portray the confidence. But sometimes what I have observed, like, or even the amazing Toastmasters, I have heard their speeches. So when I'm having a normal conversation with them, they are sound pretty normal, chilled out, very human, making mistakes and not sure about what to say next. But when they have gone to the stage to deliver their speeches, they were phenomenal. And I felt like the different person has come out of them. I'm not comparing the two personalities, the one which was talking to me and the other one, the one who is delivering on the stage. But do you understand, or how do we justify the difference between the two personalities? Like with not in the this contest perspective, but will the judge notice that? Will that get marked, or how it is?
So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like if I talk about myself, I might come across as confident on stage, but actually I'm a very meek and shy person in personal life. So that's just, we all have a stage presence, but as people who are just starting out, we don't know what our presence on stage is. So it might just be that we have seen someone else and adopted their style, and we are still in the process of finding what our stage presence is. But if you are looking for your stage presence, what I can tell you is try to bring your own natural personality, the things that come to you, and get them on stage. For example, you might be someone who's very dramatic in their personal life. You might be someone who's very humorous or witty. You might be someone who's, very comforting, very controlled on stage in the way you talk, in your voice. So try to identify what your natural thing is that's there in your everyday conversations, and bring that to your stage presence. So that will help you be more similar, as you're saying, off stage and on. And it will also give you a more natural stage presence that other people might not be able to compete with, because it comes from an inner place that's very you, that nobody else can imitate.
Okay.
All right,
And
Toastmasters,
are
let's.
we having any other questions? Okay.
Toastmasters, I don't know about you, but I was beaming with joy when Toastmaster Shreya decided to take some time, because the more she speaks, the less I have to speak. So I am overjoyed with this. With this, thank you, Toastmaster Shreya, for the wonderful session. I wish that we had more time because I think your content is amazing and we all could have loved to hear more from you. But anyways, we have to move forward. With this Toastmasters, let's do one quick activity before we move to the prepared speeches. I just need 1 or 2 answers from you guys. So one key take away from the session, one sentence. Yes, Pankaj.
One of the best lines that I heard was, how something is said is more important than what is said.
Yes,
So
perfect.
that's very.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, Mohan.
Find the blind spot.
Yeah, identifying the blind spots. Great. Yes, Suresh, I think you are being. Yeah.
The way you are show that content on the stage, right? If you
Yeah.
are humorous, you are witty, or whatever you are, deliver that. I
Perfect.
think that's
Perfect. So Toastmasters for me, it was how something is delivered is more important than what is delivered. And for me, I think I try to be humorous, and now I realize I have to contemplate what is worst, what I'm saying or how I'm saying. I think both of them are pretty bad at this point. With this Toastmasters, I'll not try to crack boring jokes again, at least in this session. And let's quickly move on to the prepared speeches. So today we have only one prepared speaker, that is a very powerful speaker, Toastmaster Mohit. And for his evaluation, we have a very specific prepared evaluator who is not very prepared, by the way. That is Toastmaster Rahul. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. So Toastmaster Mohit is going to deliver his level 3 project 2 from Presentation Mastery. This is an elective project. And the title of the speech is Time Travel. I wish we all could time travel. So I would go back to my childhood, but it's not about me anyway. So I would be evaluating Toastmaster Mohit's speech based on the body language, voice modulation, as well as his presence on the stage, because it is about presentation mastery. With this Toastmaster, let me hand over the stage back to our team mod for the day, Toastmaster Rahul. Perfect. With this, let's call upon stage our first and the only speaker for today's meeting, Toastmaster Mohit. Toastmaster Mohit, time travel, Toastmaster Mohit.
I'll just. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rahul. Today is 13th September. Do you have any idea on 9th September 2019 what happened in the jungles of West Bengal?
No idea.
Doesn't really matter. It was not very important thing. But as per the movie JL50, have you watched that movie? JL50? Nobody? That's good. I'll share the details about that movie. So JL50 was a movie that came in the year 2020 actually, which showed that a plane was crashed on 9 September 2019 in the jungles of West Bengal that actually flew in August 1984. The plane that flew in 1984 got crashed 35 years later in 2019. But the movie revolved around a CBI officer who was investigating that plane crash and got to know that about this incident of 1984. So he was able to meet the pilot of that flight. And with that pilot, I don't know the name of the pilot, but with that pilot, with her, the CBI officer, went to 1984, exactly the same way the plane came in 2019. And as per that movie, what they did, they tried to save from the plane getting hijacked by a terrorist. So they killed that terrorist. That's why the plane was never hijacked. So the plane was never crashed too. In any time travel movie that you might have seen earlier, I'm sure you might have seen a few sci-fi movies that have time travel theme beyond it. In every time travel movie, what you observe is somebody living in the present
goes to their past or anybody's past, change a bit of things, and because of that simple small change, everything changed in their present or the future that will be coming later. Agree with that? I'm sure almost every time travel movies shows this only. So with this, we come to a concept that in case if today I am able to go back to my time, maybe in 2008, maybe 2015, and if I grab that opportunity of coming up on stage that I was presented by my principal of those times, school principal, she gave me an opportunity to be the head boy of the school. I rejected. No, not because I don't want to be the head boy, but I was feared to go up on stage and deliver a speech in front of 500 people or the people who I usually meet every day. I wasn't that comfortable. But what if I get an opportunity today and travel back to that time and grab that opportunity and to come up on stage? Don't you think I would have been a better public speaker by now?
Yes. Yes, correct.
Or maybe in 2015 when I got an opportunity to, in fact, not an opportunity, I paid for 1 year advance for a gym membership and I went there for just 12 days. Maybe I could have been a bit regular in gym and I won't be coming up with this stomach belly right now. What if I get an opportunity to go in 2015 and take that gym membership seriously and go regular to the gym? Don't you think I would have at least two packs here? Maybe. With this, when I thought, it's 2025, what if I can go back 5 years from now in 2020 and start investing on share market that was at way low, I would have been a millionaire at least by now. Similarly, the same thought came to me last night and it said, what if in 2030, I am here standing and say, what if I could go back to 5 years back in 2025 and try to be a better Toastmaster, a better public speaker, a better leader? And this simple thought break my sleep, and I got to remember that this is the time, 2025, is the same time that I am dreaming in 2030. Maybe I could go back in 2025 and change one simple habit. And you know, guys, I am here in 2025, coming from 2030 to change that one simple habit where I can just manipulate a simple thing to make my 2030 or the coming future even after 30 a little better. Maybe in terms of public speaking, maybe in terms of leadership, maybe in terms of a better personal brand. I could be able to make it slightly better. Is it possible or not? What is one thing that you would think, Pankaj or anyone who would like to share, what is one thing that you think could change if you go back 5 years from now? What you would like to change that if just by changing one simple thing, you think that today your life will be different?
One thing that if I went back in my past, I think I would like to say to my past self that always say yes to more and more opportunities.
Always say yes to more and more opportunity. Wonderful. Anybody else? Sir, would you like to share something?
Just thinking that what can I change?
If there's anything that you think that maybe going 5, 10, 20 years back, if you could change one small thing that your present self will be a better, if not better right now, it could have been a very different personality by now.
That will take more risk to improve my career.
Taken more risk improving your career. That's a wonderful advice. Yeah, I would like.
Yes. So there are so many things like I would want to change, but you have asked me to share one thing, so I would say, if I could go back in my past, so I would I would change the year 2023, which I had wasted.
You would like to change your year 2023, which you think you have wasted.
Yeah, 2013. Sorry.
2013. 2013. Okay. So if we just have got hardly 2-3 seconds to think about it, but if we give 5, 10, 20 minutes of thinking about this, we'll definitely come up with multiple things, multiple activities that we can change, that we could be interested in changing by going back to those times. There might become situations. Similarly, if you think in 2030, there might be situations that you might think, what if I could have joined Toastmasters earlier? What if I could have taken taken up that public speaking or build my personal brand over internet? What if that I could have left that job and pursued my business? There can be anything. But one thing is for sure, as I'm standing here today, I can say one thing with what very much sure about it, that by now, by 2030, I will definitely won't be saying that what if I could go back 5 years from now in 2025 and have taken that risk, because I am the one living in the same past of my 2030s present, which I was wishing to go for. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for delivering a wonderful speech. It is always great to hear from Toastmaster Mohit, not because he delivers less speeches in terms of number, but also the impact he brings upon stage whenever he chooses to be on stage. So it was great to hear from you and the impact that you left. But again, I'll not speak much because I'm your evaluator. Anyway, with this Toastmasters, we are sort of late, but we can still make it in time. So I'll just quickly call upon stage our Toastmaster, Table Topics Master of the Day, Toastmaster Divya, to not only explain what Table Topics is, but also to conduct the session and give us the opportunity, the folks that are present in the room and on the virtual room, who are beaming with enthusiasm and some hesitance to come on stage and deliver what they have to deliver. Toastmaster Divya, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Okay, I can see Shreya is still here. Okay, so I might involve her in the table topic session as well. Are you okay, Shreya, with that? So for the guest in the audience, I will just explain you how the table topic works. So in this, we provide, it's like an impromptu speaking where we provide you a topic and you have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 is the minimum and 2 is the maximum, but you can wrap up till 2.30, right? I will just give you one tip as well, which works very well for me as I'm very fond of rule of 3 or power of 3. So I try to open the statement with a catchy thing or mostly asking a question. So it will help you to engage audience. Then I try to build on the 3 points. Like if the topic is around why Sundays are better than Mondays. So I will say Sundays are better than Monday because this 3 points. 1 is this, second is this, 3 this, and then I will conclude. So you can try to use that approach if you are attempting it for the first time. And you need not to be ready with all the 3 points while you start speaking. There is a possibility point 2 and point 3 will come to you when you are just speaking the point 1. So I would like some experienced person to try this first. Okay. So anyone from the experienced Toastmaster? Toastmaster Mohit has just delivered a speech. Toastmaster Shreya, do you want to attempt it?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So I have, 1 second, please. I prepared 7 topics. Choose a number between 1 to 7, please.
7.
Okay. Do you think work-life balance is real or just a myth? Toastmaster Shreya, do you think work-life balance is real or just a myth?
Raise your hand if you think you have your job gives you a good work-life balance. Wow, you are in very good jobs. Unfortunately, it's not true for everyone. For as someone who's been in investment banking, I have seen firsthand how hard times can be in terms of maintaining work-life balance. But I think we all try our best, and some things that really work for us are maybe exercising, because that's just something I have been concentrating on recently, and it's really helping me get a natural source of dopamine, and it's improving my everyday life and my mental health is what I feel. And another such thing would be Toastmasters. I love how, every time once a week when we come to meetings, we just disengage from that corporate jargon of hello, please, kindly, thank you, and we can have friendly banter and chats, and we could probably go out after the meeting for a meal, a bite, and it just resets me for the week. So, work-life balance is not easy, definitely, but I think with trying to include new things and trying to actively reach out for it, it can definitely be a possibility. Thank you.
Very well said. And how beautifully you narrated all the things which are giving you happiness and which kind of gives you balance to your life. I also remember in one of the recent training, I went and met one person, and he was like, my job is secondary, Toastmaster is primary to me. And I was motivated at another level to meet that person. And Toastmaster Pankaj, would you like to come next? Toastmaster Pankaj, are you coming on the stage?
Pankaj, take the mic from there.
Okay. Thank you, Pankaj. So, do you want me to give the topic, or do you want to pick anyone from the list?
I will choose number 4.
Number 4. So, if you had to give up coffee or your phone, which would you, coffee or tea, whatever you prefer? If you had to give up coffee or tea or your phone, which would you choose?
If I would have to give a coffee, a tea, or a phone. See, in this era of technology, phone is very important. So we can't live without it. But I personally, as we Indians, we are very addicted to tea and coffee. But I personally have habit from my childhood that I avoid tea. But yes, due to my exercise and I use caffeine as a pre-workout, so I use black coffee. So coming directly to the answer, I would like to give coffee. I would like to give tea to someone else and take coffee for myself, because it will help me in my workout. And maybe I'm a bit addicted to caffeine, but it helps me in studying better and improving my workout. So I will have coffee always. Also, I like to try different coffee brands and different types of coffees. So maybe someday I will give you some coffee. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pankaj. So you are not giving up on your coffee ever. Now I would like any of the guests to come on the stage, please.
Yeah, Toastmaster Bhavan, who's here.
So Toastmaster or a guest Bhavani. So choose between number 1, 2, 3, or 5 or 6.
Yeah. So hi Divya. So I would
Hi.
like to choose number 1 as I
Number
wanted
1.
to become one. Yeah.
Very well. Good choice. So I'm sorry, guest Bhavani, if you could relive one day of your life, which day it would be? If you could relive one day of your life, which day would it be?
Great. Just I need 10 seconds to. Yeah, sure. So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful topic. So as a personally, I like each and every day, because as a youth of our country or as a man, so I would choose any of the day. But specifically, Monday would be my first choice. The reason being behind it, because before Monday, we have a 2 days weekend as a working professional. When you work in the IT, okay. So those 2 days, sometimes we use it in a very good way, or sometimes we did not use it. We just entire day we do nothing. We just lie on the bed. Okay. So after getting over your weekend, so we have a fresh start. That is Monday. So most of the people find it very difficult because they were very lazy. They don't do anything. They started. So as a Monday, why I have chosen Monday? Because Monday is a day which gives me a fresh start where I can do a lot of activities, and it's a beginning of any of the things. So irrespective of whatever you are doing and whatever you are doing throughout your week, throughout your month, also what you do at your first day, that would define your entire week. So that's why I would choose Monday, and I try to make it as much as productive. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guest Bhavani. I could already see a budding Toastmaster in you, and from a table topic, you can easily move to prepared speeches. Can I invite Toastmaster Rahul next, please?
Maybe you can invite the guest. We have ample opportunity to speak.
But
Maybe
at least I would like to give Toastmaster Rahul an opportunity. He will be my last from the Toastmaster pick. I'm not letting you
Sure,
go,
yeah.
Rahul. Sorry about that. So for the
Well, this is
guest,
what, yeah.
for the guest in the table, like rest of the Toastmasters, there is a bit of disclaimer before I give a topic to Toastmaster Rahul. His table topics are no less than prepared speeches. I'm setting the bar very high. Are you prepared, Toastmaster Rahul?
I think our internet connection is a bit bad.
I think I don't.
Oh.
It's usually
Yeah, it's usually
we do
good.
not face any issue.
Yeah,
since-
I'm able to hear you all guys perfectly fine. Toastmaster Rahul, can you hear me? Toastmaster Rahul, can you hear me? We can do it by numbers. If you can't hear me, choose between number 2, 3, 5, 6. Can you hear me, Toastmaster Suresh?
Never give up, Jyotish.
Yes, we can hear you now. So meanwhile, we disconnected because of bad network here.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
given the topic to S. Jyotish, and that
Okay.
was never give up.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And it sum up actually my last 30 years, which you have said, never give up. Personally, I have this attitude toward me that I should never give up on anything which I am doing or I want to do in my life. There's a different way to look into that, whether you want to for your positive impact, or it's sometimes it can go against you also. So for that, you will have to evaluate for the within 3 to 4 steps. You can evaluate whether that will give you a certain or let's say you can identify certain outcome from the decision you take, or how you will go through that, what will be the time you are spending, whether that will be sufficient or not. So combining all this aspect, you can take that decision whether you should give up or not. Ideally you shouldn't. Thank you.
Perfect, Divya. So, to guest Jyotish has saved me. Now I think let's give somebody else chance because I think I am quite lucky today. Anybody else from the audience? Yeah, perfect. Please come.
May I know
Hi,
your
Vivek.
name, please?
Hitesh Yadav.
Are you a Toastmaster?
Yes, I'm part of PMDC. Yeah.
Okay, so choose a number between 2, 3, 5, 6.
6.
Okay. So what is the most positive trend
6.
you have? Yeah. So what's the most positive trend you have noticed in today's world? Most positive trend in today's world. Am I audible?
Yeah. So you said what's the most positive trend in today's world?
Yes, trend.
Okay. I will just start with the positive trend which I have been observing. It's more on the digital adoption these days, and where it used to be only to the privileged ones, and now it has reached to the masses, wherein everyone is having the access to the data, I would say, and they have the access to the knowledge. The quality of education is reaching to the classes. So I would say you could look at the examples of great like Byju's, Physics Wala, the edtech learning. So now the students are like not because of the reach, access to the city. That's not a hindrance to the great learning which is happening these days. So I would say with the help of internet, it is reaching to the last level. It's glad we are part of this era where digitization is reaching the masses. I hope this makes sense. Thank you.
Yes, perfectly. Do we have any more guest volunteer?
Anybody else, or I'll take it up? Yeah, sure. Please come. Okay. Anybody from the online audience?
We have Garrison Mehta, so we can invite him. Garrison, would you
Garrison?
love to participate?
Okay,
Yes.
I can try.
Okay. Hi, Garrison. Nice to see you on camera. So you are left with 3 numbers, 2, 3, 5. Which one you are choosing?
I'll go with 3.
Okay. So you have 60 seconds on TV. What would you say? 67 seconds on national TV. What would you say?
60 seconds on TV, and what I have to say. Okay. So firstly, I'll thank you for this opportunity to speak in front of an audience. I think it's my second time being a guest speaker over here. If I would have just 30 seconds to speak on TV, I would like to address the world where we see that the news is spreading a lot of misinformation hatred in the world, and I don't like to see that. There are also good areas where news can be used to not spread fear in every part of the world. It could be used to showcase how people have helped everyone, and we can showcase how loving society can be. News can be used to showcase the world around as well. It just don't need to show that the fear, afraid, or hunger that is spread across the world. It just inculcates fear in everyone about everything. Like they might lose their job, they might lose their family. Uh, there is a lot of bad thing happening in the world. Like there's a lot of waterfall, rains are going on. There's a lot of turmoil happening everywhere. I don't really like that part, so I will try to just address that if we can have a channel where they would try to share positivity or just love around the world. That would be good. Yeah, I think that it for me. I will conclude with that.
Thank you, Garrison. That was nice. I think we can wrap up the table topic and give it back to Timod. Thank you. It was nice being your table topic master for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Divya, for handling this very beautifully. I think we have some internet connectivity issues today in this room, but I think you did a fantastic job of handling the whole situation. And I think I handled it very well, but I think we are still running a bit late, so I'll not waste much time. I'll just call upon stage our general evaluator for today's meeting.
Second, let me invite my tag team, starting from our
evaluation.
Okay. So thank you so much for reminding me. Let's call the evaluator for our speaker today, Toastmaster Rahul, for the only speaker, Toastmaster Mohit. Welcome with him. Huge round of applause. Let's.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh. I think you guys cannot keep me off the stage today. I am very lucky. Let me just quickly start with the evaluation. But let me first ask a question. What do you understand from the word public speaker? Somebody who has a presence on stage, correct? Somebody who can resonate with the audience. Somebody who can leave an impact. Somebody who interacts with the audience, correct? I think we all understand public speaker in such a manner. And I think this is what our speaker for today exemplified. Not only he was on stage delivering his content, but he was also interacting with the audience. He was also engaging and had resonating ideas that he was talking about, which sometimes cracked up the audience as well. So we all could resonate with the 2 abs, something related to not going to the gym membership, not utilizing the gym membership. So I think this was a job done very well in terms of writing the content as well as the execution. As we heard previously, that it is not just what the content is, but also how you deliver it. So the humorous points landed where they were supposed to. That means the content was good, as well as the execution of that content was very good. Just to quickly summarize the body language of the speaker in today, I could see the speaker was very confident and comfortable on stage, and he was moving fluently on stage. So he was using all parts of the stage and also having this stage presence where he was moving like this when he had some point to make, right? Also, you could figure out the hand gestures were accurate and they were communicating with the audience quite well as well. Now, coming to something that the speaker could improve upon, right? This is all something that we all want to hear. At least I want to say. The first thing that is a bit nitpicking, I would say the speaker left the stage as soon as he was introduced upon. So I think this is something that we can avoid. Whenever we are on stage, let's try not to leave the stage. The second thing is the modulation. Well, in terms of the space modulation, where the speaker was speaking very fast and then he was slowing down, I think the pace modulation was good, but the energy modulation overall could have been improved. And let me share an example. The speaker was talking about how he was given the opportunity to be the head boy, and then he rejected, right? But there was no gap between the 2 phrases or the 2 sentences. So I was looking for something more passionate in that Toastmasters, I was given the opportunity to be the head boy of my school, but I rejected, right? So if you could just modulate your whole energy that you're putting into the content, I think that could have left a better impact on the audience. So I think the content was good, but the impact the speaker could have delivered with more energy modulation was somewhat missed. And I think this is something that the speaker can improve upon in the next speech. That's all from my side, and back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for that wonderful and advanced evaluation. So now let's move to our tag team. Let's invite our grammarian Toastmaster Pankaj for his extensive report. Let's welcome him.
I'm back with my report. I would like to first of all thank you, our general evaluator, for providing me this opportunity to listen to all the speakers today. So I'm beaming with joy that Toastmaster Suresh and Toastmaster Rahul has used word of the day. And Toastmaster Rahul has used it more than once in the meeting today. Also, I have noted down the good usage of English grammar, that is era of digitalization, captain of the ship, access to the masses. But we are humans. We need feedback. So I've also noted some incorrect usage of the English language. That is, someone said, I was feared to go onto the stage. It should be, I was afraid to go onto the stage. Also, someone said, start investing on share market. It should be, start investing in the share market. Also, someone said, simple thought, break my speech. It should be, simple thought, uh, intervened my speech. It should not be break. So with this, I hand over the stage to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pankaj. Let's call upon our counter for the day, guest Bhavani. Let's welcome him. Please take the mic from Rahul.
Just hold it in your hand. That's all.
Oh. Thank you, sir, for providing me this opportunity. I am beaming with the joy after getting this opportunity. Exactly. So today, like I was playing a role of our counters where I was counting the filler words. So I have noted down whatever the filler words are used during our presentations or table topic discussion. So first, I would like to start with Shreyas. So Shreya has delivered a wonderful speech, but where I figured out there were some filler words. So she has used 7 times she has used and 4 times, one time, and so more than 6 times. And second, Rahul. So Rahul has used so 1 time, what more than 7 times, 4 times. And third one, Mr. Suresh sir. So you have used one and twice. Jyotish, I couldn't find much filler words, but I have found only one word, that is which you have used more than 5 times. And Divya, Divya has used 4 tries, 2 but twice and like twice. And third one, Mohit. So Mohit, I couldn't find any of the filler words except one so which you have used twice entire your presentation. So that was very commendable. And third one, Hitesh. So Hitesh has used 4 times, twice, and so thrice. And myself, I have used so 1 and 4 times. And last one, Garishan. Garishan has used more than 5 times. After there were some network issues, I couldn't find any of other words. So that was my entire report. And thank you so much for
Thank you so much, my team, my tag team, for that huge report. And now let's invite one more last member of my team, Toastmaster Mohit, timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now it's the time to share my report as the timer. But first of all, I would like to apologize from Toastmasters Shreya for not conveying it properly, what is her time limit. But she was within time limit. She took 29 minutes in a total speech, total keynote speech. And moving on to the table topic speakers, again, Toastmaster Shreya, you took 1 minute 27 seconds. Toastmaster Pankaj, 1 minute 15 seconds. Guest Bhavani, 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Jyotish, 1 minute 4 seconds. Hitesh, 55 seconds. And Garrison, 1 minute 35 seconds. Me as a prepared speaker, I took 7 minutes 21 seconds. And Rahul as the evaluation, 3 minutes 25 seconds. That's all from my side. Over to General.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. And I really appreciate my tag team for that huge an extensive report. Now it's time for my report. And to start with the commendation. So I think I appreciate all the people sitting here, including Toastmasters and guests and the people on the screen as well. They all were enthusiastic. Everyone participated. So kudos to all of you. And let's give a huge round of to all of us sitting here as well as at home. So I think we had lots of learning from our keynote speaker. Toastmaster Rahul already has rephrased that, reiterated that. And we had a fantastic speech wherein we saw a live demonstration by Toastmaster Mohit, where he showed us that how to show or demonstrate the how you should be using the body language when on the stage and how you must deliver a speech. And we having excellent evaluation section, and when speaker like Toastmaster Mohit comes on the stage, it's really difficult to give some of the evaluation or feedback, but Toastmaster Rahul has done a fantastic job, and it was at the advanced level. This kind of feedback is really difficult to find up. So kudos to you and kudos to our speaker as well. Very well done. And I also congratulate all of our guests for participating in the table topic section and using minimum of the crutch words as well as finishing within the timeline. And some of the recommendation for our meeting is that we started some 25 minutes late. That's all on me because I was late. Apart from this, I see some disturbance in between the meeting. There was one call on the phone that must not have happened, but these are some technological thing which we cannot miss sometime. But what is suggested that we need to be better careful and prepared for these kinds of thing, and we must avoid these things. Overall, this was a wonderful meeting. We all enjoyed it. And we would love to have more such kind of meeting, except for the technical or internet glitch that we had. With this, I invite our Toastmaster of the day to conclude the theme for today's evening. Keep clapping, still down some on this. Okay.
Okay, Toastmasters, I think I have kept the secret for a very long time. You can see these 2 question marks. What was the theme for today, by the way? Any guesses? Yeah. So the theme for today was actually not a theme. Toastmasters, the reason I left this theme open was a very specific reason. Something I have found lately or something that I found recently that I've observed. And that is that sometimes when you have a plan, you go to the Toastmasters meeting or any sort of learning experience with some prejudice, right? You go there like, okay, I'll learn this, I'll do this, I'll do that. For example, if you are in this meeting, I think you might have some plan in your mind that, okay, I'll go and take the table topics today. I'll try to sit there for 2 hours without making much fuss. And this is something that has happened to me as well. I have been in Toastmasters for some time, and trust me that I have not set any particular goal that this is something that I'll be learning today or something that I'll be learning in the next meeting. And the reason being is that when you leave your plans a little bit open, you open up to the opportunities that present you. I came to this meeting as an evaluator. But in my mind, I knew that if situation requires, I'll be the team on. And I was already preparing. Now you can think that I was prepared, but actually I was not. I was open to the opportunity that might present itself. It might have presented in terms of being a timer, be a general evaluator, or maybe something else. The reason this theme is open is that I want you guys to leave your plans open, your goals open, that come to this meeting or go anywhere in the learning experience, wherever you are trying to learn, leave that a little bit open, your mind a little bit open, that, okay, I'm not sure what I will find, but I'll find something. I'm not sure when I walk into the Toastmasters meeting, I'll get the opportunity to be on the stage or not. But whatever presents itself, I'll grab that. Maybe as guest Bhavani did, he grabbed the opportunity to be in our counter. Maybe it will present in terms of networking after the meeting, and maybe you will find someone that you can relate to, or maybe someone like me that you get to be on stage impromptu, but you make it work anyway. That's all from my side. I think I have delivered what these 2 question marks are, and I hope you will leave these 2 question marks in your life's agenda as well. Now, with this, I'm Toastmaster Rahul signing off as the Toastmaster of the day. And let's welcome on stage our presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Suresh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Divya, do you have something to say? You had raised your hand.
Yeah, that was in response to Rahul's question. He was asking what those question mark are. My answer was like, when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade out of it.
Wow. Thank you so much, yeah, for finding that out. So thank you so much, everyone. This was a wonderful meeting. I enjoyed a lot. And without, we are over time. So let's have feedback from our guests, from online audience as well as physical. So we'll start with the online audience. Garrison, would you love to share your feedback or your introduction as well for our audience here sitting at the room?
Sure. So, as you know, my name is Garrison and I'm a data analyst. And I am just joining this workshop in order to improve my communication so that I can start working as a senior leadership role in my company. On regards to this, for feedback for the session, I would say it was really well organized. I really like the topic that Divya gave, so I joined a bit late. But it was really wonderful to understand the point of view of different person and we don't want to assume things. Yeah, I think I really like the structured approach of the process that everyone gets a little bit time to speak. So it is good for the group. And
Thank you so much, guest Garrison. It was pleasing to hear you. However, I couldn't hear you clearly, but still I felt good that you come on to the mic and you spoke. I request you if you can make it in person in our next meeting. We would really love to have you at our venue of this meeting. Thank you so much. Yeah. So before closing, let's invite our keynote speaker for her feedback. And before invite feedback, we appreciate and extend our gratitude for accepting our invitation to be part of this wonderful club as a keynote speaker. So we really appreciate and thank you. In fact, we can't thank you enough for taking your time out to be here with us. So really, thank you so much. And we would love to hear your feedback in case we can improve anything in our meetings. Over to you.
Not at all, sir. I think it was completely my pleasure being here and like speaking in front of such seasoned Toastmasters and contributing whatever 2 cents I could. And I think the concept of the club is something so unique. And if it wasn't 2 hours away from my house, I would definitely be joining because I think it's such a unique concept of having keynote sessions so often. And it ensures that you have a takeaway always. So it's one of my favorite clubs. And as I said, it was a complete pleasure being here. So thank you so much for having me, all of you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreya. And it was kind of wonderful to have you. Thank you so much. And we request you to come more often to our club. Maybe you can come digitally.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And now let's move to our guest. We would love to hear your introduction as well, sir, and how you come to know about this place. What brought you here? Over to you, sir.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Nitesh.
And just got to know about this Toastmaster meeting from my friend Hitesh. And as a professional, I'm working in IT industry only as a software test professional, having experience of 10 plus years. So I just want to, improve my speaking skills and all in front of a stage and the people. So that's what it brought me here.
You are very welcome, Nitesh, and we would love to see you more often. So thank you so much. If there is any feedback for us, we would love to have that as well.
Definitely.
Would you like to give some feedback?
So it's, just a small crux that I got from this meeting. Next time, I think I'll contribute more.
Thank you. Thank you. Toastmaster Hitesh, feedback, suggestions, everything, whatever you would like to share.
So it was a very well organized, I would say. I think it has been recently started, a new club, and I'm really, it's great. It's closer to my home, I would say, and I would be visiting more. Plus, I believe there were very less speeches for today, maybe. So maybe we can have in more speakers next time. That would be, and it's great. Like the new concept of keynote speaker, we had Shriya over here today. Yeah. And great speech from Mohit sir. Then time travel, it made me to forced to think of my interview days. I had been interviewed at Hyundai and ITC. If I would have joined Toastmasters that time, maybe I would have been sitting somewhere else. So I was thinking of that when you were talking about time travel. Thanks a lot.
Ma'am, your feedback, any suggestions for us? And how was your experience?
I think the meeting was well organized. Everything was good except the technical part. I think that can be improved. Maybe some Wi-Fi issues is there. And I really liked Divya speech, in the keynote speaker. That is also a new concept for me. And it was good. Next time we'll be having more feedbacks. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Jyotish. Yes, sir.
Hi. I would say it was well organized, and thank you for making me feel so welcomed. I haven't feel that I am a guest here, so thank you all of you for that, and hope to in coming future see you soon.
Thank you so much for your effort. Bhavani. You want to come here?
Sure.
Yes.
So when it comes to feedback, so like there is no such thing where I would say like this needs to be improved or this needs to be a good. But overall, the meeting was well organized. Place is really good. I really impressed when I was here. And third thing, like I would want to add here, that is like technically we can control only controllable things like technical glitches. So like I'm not discussing on it because it's not in our hand. So apart from it, everything is good. And the one thing I would want to like say, it is my personal opinion. Like I'm not pointing out here anywhere. So one thing, there would be a like timing issue. This timing could be a it should be like in the morning or in the evening, because 5 o'clock sometimes at the weekend, so we are busy somewhere, so we do not find to come at usually this time. It should be either in the morning around like 10 o'clock or in the evening after 6 o'clock. So this was like my feedback for this group. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your feedback. I think we are at the end of this session, and we will have now a group photo and then we can disperse. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's gather towards the stage. I request everyone to please open their cameras so that we can have Shreya left. Okay, add Garrison. Garrison, can you please open up your cameras? We would love to have you in our pictures. Camera.
Please come on stage.
Okay. You can. Ash. Yes. सब आ रहे हैं. Everyone coming? You also see a place for you where you will be. I think.
Guys, can we have move to the side so that
Where will you be coming?
I'll come. Perfect.
You are covering.
Yeah.
Flash.
आएगा.
Thank you.
Just check once if everything is okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Divya. Thank you, Garrison.
Thank you. Suresh. Bye.
Bye bye. Are you all part of our guest group?
Yeah, I am.
You are part.